and welcome. My name is Jocelyn and I just posted on my channel, well, recently, a get ready with me using all old products, so products that have been in my collection for quite a while now. And to combat that, I thought that today I would use a bunch of products that are new to me, most of which are from the most recent Sephora VIB sale. I also have one thing that I got earlier in this year for Valentine's Day that I have yet to break into because I've been trying to project pan something else, and just a handful of things that I got sent from Octoly. So I think almost everything except maybe 3 things are brand new to me. So for those of you who watched my VIB sale haul, hopefully you'll be excited to hear my thoughts on some of these products. Some of them I have been using and testing out for the past month or so, so I'll have a little mini review on those ones. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start by putting a face primer on. This is one of the few older products in my collection. It is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I like to put this on before I do my eyeshadow just to give it some time to sink into my skin. I'm actually gonna use a lipstick spatula to get in there because I can't quite reach. Alright, so we'll let that sink into my skin, and while that is sinking in, we are going to move on to the eyes. Now, I did get a few things from Octoly, like I just mentioned, and all the things that I got are from OFRA. So I got these 3 products, and I'm going to use all of them today. The first of which is an eyeshadow primer. This is their just eye gel primer. I have been using this, and I've also been using this alongside another primer. So I've been using this on one eye, the other one on the other eye, and I have noticed that this one does amplify shimmers a lot more, which is really nice. They just kind of pop a bit more and the actual shimmer seems to stick to the lid better. So I am going to use this today. I have been using it and really enjoying it. This retails for $20, so I looked on Sephora and it is a little bit cheaper than the other standard high-end eye primers, so that's kind of cool. They also sent this eye liner, which is the OFRA Verified Liquid Liner in Verified Black. Again, I have been using this. I haven't used this as many times. I think just 1 or 2 times, but the 1 or 2 times that I used it, I did really like it. If you've been following my channel at all, you might know that I am on the hunt for a dupe for the Kat Von D liner, and I have been liking this one a lot. They also sent this eyeshadow palette right here. This is a 5-pan palette. It is an all shimmer palette, but the shimmers in here are just so beautiful. They're very neutral, so for very neutral lovers. My favorites are this one right here. Let's see, I'm pretty sure this one is the shade Bliss, and then I've also really liked the shade Plastic, which is the just cream shade right here, and the one on the far end, which it must be Essential. Yeah, Essential, Plastic, and Bliss. Those have been my favorites so far. So I'm going to use some of these today, and again, those were sent to me from Octoly, complimentary of OFRA Cosmetics. So gonna use those. Also, I'm gonna use this Kaja Moon Crystal Gel Shadow. This is in the shade Cosmic, so I'll be using and playing around with this blue shadow. I haven't used this yet, so I'm really excited. And as you probably could tell, these are all shimmer shades, so I am gonna dip, I think, into the Natasha Denona Gold palette for some mattes. So we're using 3 new eyeshadow products today. So let's go ahead and just start by putting the eyeshadow primer on, the one by OFRA. It does go on the eye very smoothly, which I really like. Oops, that might have been too much. All right, and since we're focusing on the eyes, let me zoom you in. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, so I don't have a setting shade to set that eye primer, so I am actually going to dip into my Too Faced Natural Eye palette and just pick up this shade up here, the shade Day, just to set that eyeshadow primer. Okay, next we're going to put a matte shade down, and I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona palette. I did pick this up right before the Sephora VIB sale because I cashed in Sephora points, got $100 off, and only ended up paying $29 for this. And I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It is the shade Aria, probably the lightest shade in the palette. I think I'm gonna go in with the next darkest shade in here, which is this one right here. It is the shade Teak. So I'm gonna go in with Teak and blend that just kind of right where I blended the shade Aria. All right, and I'm gonna just take a blending brush and blend. Now, next, I think I'm gonna go into the OFRA palette, and I'm gonna take that middle shade, the shade Bohemian. And I know this is kind of a shimmery shade, but it's a hard packed shade with just a little bit of shimmer. So I am gonna try and blend that into the outer crease a bit. Okay, and what I think I'm gonna do is I just put 2 shades down on my hand. This is the Kaja shade, and this is the shade from the OFRA palette, the one that I really like, the shade Bliss. So this one right here, it's such a beautiful shade. I absolutely love that. I think I want to put blue almost all over and then put Bliss just on the inner part of my eye. So we're gonna start with the Kaja shade, and again, this is the first time that I'm using it, so I have no idea how it's going to perform. I am going to use this really small flat eyeshadow brush by Morphe. This is the M421. I'm gonna pick some of this Kaja shadow up. Well, I'm gonna put it right on the brush. We're just gonna put it on my eye and see what happens. Whoa. Well. Turns out that I went way too hard with that shade. I picked up way too much to begin with, but I think that's fine. I mean, as you can see, it's very pigmented. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to take this brush. This is the same brush that I picked up that middle shade with, and I'm gonna go pick up that middle shade again and kind of blend it on the outside of that shadow and up into the crease a bit. I think I need a little bit more. Yeah, I think like that. And then I'm gonna take this little brush and I'm going to wet it. Ooh, coffee. This might be too big of a brush. And I'm gonna pick up that shade Bliss from the OFRA palette and pop it into that inner corner and kind of drag it a little bit over that Kaja shade. Basically like that. I don't know if I'm totally loving this look. Maybe it'll come together once I get everything else on my face. We'll go ahead and leave it as is for now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put on the OFRA Verified Black Eyeliner, and I'm gonna try and get as much of this in frame as possible. I might only get this eye in frame though, because you know, it's kind of rough to do eyeliner, especially on camera. I'm actually going to take my finger and go into the shade Bliss and just kind of build that color up in the inner corner a little bit more. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I like that a lot more. These shimmer shades pick up really well with the fingers. I think my liner's done on that side. Let me move over to the other side. I mean, that's probably good enough. That is an exciting blue color, holy moly. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the face. So let me zoom you out again. All right, so I have zoomed you out. We're gonna move on to the face. I am gonna use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I did pick this up during the Sephora VIB sale, and I've been using this a lot lately and loving it. It is a dropper applicator, so I'm gonna pick some up in the dropper. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, and then I usually have been using it with a brush, but I thought today I would try it with a beauty blender and just kind of see how it applied. foundation has been applied, and I think that it actually applied really well with the sponge. Next, we are going to use the bareMinerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I also picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale. This is in the shade Fair, and I've really been enjoying this. So we're going to apply it. It does come off initially when I apply it to the skin a little bit yellow orange. Actually, it's probably not catching that on camera at all, but it blends out beautifully. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this and just pop it around the points of my face that have just a couple blemishes, and we'll just blend. Okay, I really like that concealer a lot. I have been using it pretty often. Now, I do not have a new powder. The newest powder I have, though, is the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder, the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I got this last December, I think it was. And so we're gonna use this since it's the newest powder in my collection, and I do really like it. And we're gonna put it under the eyes and then just kind of all over my face. Okay, so powder has been applied. I am gonna apply my brow bone highlight. I'm gonna use this shade, I think it's the shade Plastic. Yes, the shade Plastic in the OFRA palette. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and pop it on my brow bone, because I wanna put brows on next so that my face doesn't look so unframed. This also isn't a new product. I don't really buy new brow products unless I run out of a brow product. So we're just gonna be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. So let me throw my brows on real fast. All right, brows are on. Let's go ahead and take care of the under eye area. I think I'm just gonna go in with the same matte shades that we used in the Natasha Denona palette. So the shades Aria and Teak, and then also that darker brown shade in the OFRA palette, the shade Bohemian. So we'll blend those onto the bottom lash line. All right, and then I'm gonna take the shade Bliss again, that my favorite shade that we blended in the inner corner of the eye, and I'm going to take a small brush and pick some of that up and then put it on the lower part of my eye right here. Oh, that shade is so pretty. I think I'll blend it a little bit into the inner corner. Maybe a lot of it into the inner corner. Okay, next we're gonna do bronzer, and I'm so excited. Alex got me the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer for Valentine's Day, along with the Marc Jacobs brush, and I have yet to break them out because I've been project panning another bronzer, and I didn't want to use these until I had project panned that, and I'm basically done with that. My update for that project pan should be up before this video, so I'm almost done with that one, and because I'm filming this video, I thought I would break these out. As you can see in this, none of it has been disturbed. I haven't swatched it, I haven't used it, and today is the day, and I'm so excited. Okay, so I got both my products here. Oh my gosh, this mirror is freaking huge. I should have been using this the whole time. Wow, okay. Oh, it smells like heaven. This is beautiful. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. A plus to that. Okay, now we are moving on to blush, and I do not have a new blush, so we're just gonna go in with blush by Tarte. This is the shade Party. This is also in another one of my project pans, and I'm just gonna take a Sigma small duo fiber brush, and we're just gonna kind of blend some of that onto my cheeks. Okay. Ooh, another new product. This is the Fenty highlighter in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This is one of our Killawatt highlighters. I love, adore this highlighter. It is one of their lighter shades, so this is what the inside looks like. We have a more golden shade over here and a pinkier shade over there. Someone suggested that I mix them together, and that's what I've been doing and loving it. So first I'm gonna take a little bit of both of them and put it on the tip of my nose. Same thing with the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of the one on the right hand side. I think that's Fire Crystal, and I'm gonna pop that into the inner corner just to lighten it up a little bit. It is still a pinky toned shade like that shimmer shade that we put there, but it's a little bit lighter. Then I'm gonna take a blended highlighting brush and dip into both of these shades and just pop it on my cheekbones. Oh, it's so pretty. I think I'm also gonna pop it on my collarbones. Might as well bring it up here a little bit. Okay, we are almost finished. I think I just have mascara and lips. So my mascara is not new. I mean, this specific mascara is a little bit new because I got it during the VIB sale, but I have used the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for a long time now. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this on. All right, and I don't really have any new lipsticks. The newest one I have is this Kaja one, but I think it's a little too rosy toned for, yeah, I think it's a little too rosy toned for this look. Yeah, so we're not gonna use that one. I haven't really bought any lipsticks this year, I don't think, except that one. So I think I wanna use the Tarte Color Splash lipstick in the shade 5 O'Clock. Yeah, let's use this one. All right, and there is the finished look. I'm decently happy with the way that it turned out. I feel like the eyeshadow could have been better, but I think that's all basically my fault. I mean, that blue shadow definitely packs a punch, which is really nice. I've been loving using this during the work week because it's just a bunch of very neutral shades that are easy to use, and again, they apply so beautifully. I think this is $32 though, and for 5 all shimmer shades, $32 is kind of steep because again, you'd have to have another palette if you, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but to create a more cohesive look with matte shades, you'd have to have another palette to use this with. So I do love the shades in here. I think they're beautiful. The formula is really great, and I have no complaints with the formula. The price though, again, is pretty steep. So I don't know if I would feel totally comfortable recommending this because that price tag is quite up there, but the actual product itself, big thumbs up. The eye primer I have been loving. If you are someone who likes higher end eyeshadow primers, this is definitely a good one. A lot of the ones, again, that I looked at on Sephora.com were over $20. This one is just $20, so definitely a more decent price tag, I suppose. And I do really like this one. Again, I feel like shimmers just pop a lot more with this eyeshadow primer, and they last all day on me. So definitely like this one. The eyeliner, I like the actual applicator of it. So the felt tip works really well for me. It's very reminiscent of the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I don't love the formula as much as I've loved other formulas, but I love the applicator, and I do think that it is easy to use, and the formula is not that bad. It does look like it dries down a little bit more of a matte and less of a glossy type of look, so if you like that, you might like this one. I do really like the Kaja shadow so far. I think that I need to play around with it and get a little bit more comfortable using it. It might be really pretty as an eyeliner, so I'd like to try it out that way. I need to practice with this one a little bit more, or using a super yellow and orange type of transition shade and then this all over the lid, perhaps. I'll definitely have to play around with this one a little bit more since today was my first time using it. I think you already know my opinion on the 2 base products, so the Water Foundation by Tarte and the bareMinerals Bare Skin Concealer. I really like both of these a lot. I think that they provide a good amount of coverage. The foundation offers a more dewy medium coverage, and it works really well for my skin, even though I have oily prone skin. And then the concealer also, I think, works pretty good. This one I think I need a little bit more time to develop a complete and full opinion on, but I do like it. I think it covers really well. Absolute A+++ from me for this highlighter. I love and would highly recommend these highlighters. I think that they are stunning. So happy that I finally got to use this bronzer. Really love this bronzer. I think it worked so well and blended so beautifully. And was that all of the new products that I used today? I think so, unless I'm totally forgetting something. I hope that you enjoyed joining me today using new products for the most part. I will link all of the products down below. Also, I will make sure to include, I believe there is a discount code that OFRA gave me for their products since these were sent to me for free from them. So I'll make sure to link that down below. Also, if you have any other kind of tutorial type videos or doing makeup type videos that you would like to see from me, definitely leave them in the comments down below. Oh, that was the other thing that I didn't talk about. I didn't talk about the Natasha Denona palette. I feel like I have kind of talked about this enough on my channel, but the Natasha Denona palette, not worth over $100 in my opinion, but I do really love this product and I do really love the formula of these shades, and I think this is a great everyday neutral palette to own, especially if you're someone who like just uses neutral shadows. The gold palette is definitely a good one, but again, not recommended for over $100. Okay, back to what I was saying. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe for more content from me, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below, and I think that is everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.